Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Let's Play Super Mario Bros. 3. This is World 4. As you can see, I kinda got the Super Mario Bros. 3 World 4 icons on the screen now. You know, I always set out to try and make one thing slightly better with each of these posts. So I'm learning a little bit here. Just a little bit. I'm not trying to get too fancy on anybody, but, you know, we're making our way through this game. And you can see World 4's gimmick right away. It is the giant world, or big world, or however you want to word it. I don't know the official title, but you can see you got a little mushroom there. Mushroom. Grab that and continue moving forward. This world, in comparison to the last world, is substantially easier in my opinion. It took me far less time to beat this world than it did the previous world. So that was nice because I really needed a short week. I had a lot going on this week, and yeah, with a lot going on, I mean, it just makes it more difficult to record and all that good stuff. So you guys know, everybody knows how it happens. So you can see here, we get the mushroom, we got a star, a fire plant, and a mushroom. So we got each of the three. That only gives us one up on our lives. Not ideal. It's better than nothing. I'll take it. Let's jump here to the second world. And oh boy, does Average Joe love water gimmicks in any Mario playthrough. It's always so much fun. And as before, you know, it may seem a little jumpy at times. See, that guy killed me plenty of times, so I hang out there with the actual brick just because it makes me mad. I accidentally throw that prematurely. But like I said, you could see, like, I kind of learned from my previous mistakes. You guys only get to see, like, the really clean walkthrough here. So, you know, it's not, whatever. You're not going to get to see all the aggravation that actually goes behind filming these. But at the same point in time, you could just see, even walking through them a few times and getting it down, the aggravation bleeds through into the clean cuts. Here, you absolutely need that. You can see the fish just start jumping at you like crazy. If you don't have that star power and you don't run directly into that pipe, you could get hosed really quickly. But here we go. We get a star. Very nice, very nice. And as I've stated before, I don't know if this will finish in time. I'm highly doubting it will, because it's set to finish at the end of this month, according to my schedule. And then Pokemon Legends Arceus is supposed to take over next month with 2 episodes per week coming out. Yeah, and I think that's gonna be the way things go here. But I don't know if we'll be able to finish. We're at the halfway mark right now. So, you know, with that being said, can we get the rest done in about 2 weeks? Because that's when Pokemon Legends Arceus will be arriving at my doorstep. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. I'm predicting no. Just off of my gut reaction. It might be possible, but we're gonna try and get through it. We'll get as far as we can. If this has to come out while Pokemon Legends Arceus is coming out, we have to push back Kingdom Hearts 1 a little bit, just so that we could have fun and beat both of these games before starting Kingdom Hearts 1. That's fine, because I know I could always accelerate Kingdom Hearts 1. I think we have 2 months planned for Kingdom Hearts 1, and it likely won't take all 2 months to beat the first game. It might, but maybe I could just cut out some of the exploration throughout Kingdom Hearts and leave in the nitty-gritty stuff, so that way we have time to go and beat these games. But like I said, that'll all be decided like here in the next week or so, so I'll keep you guys up to date on that, my plans moving forward. You see, these bricks kind of throw you for a brick wall. I don't think you could jump over on top of those bricks, and the platforming there is so tight that, like, if you're not fully jumping the other direction when that brick knocks you back, you automatically lose. So, you know, it's a little bit difficult. Like I said, this world is slightly hard, but it's nowhere near as hard as the world before it. So, at least that's what I found through my own personal playthrough here. This castle is surprisingly hard the first walkthrough of it. I know, me walking through it right now, it's going to look like a breeze. But that's because, like I said, I went through, I kind of came up with my own little strategy on how to beat it here. So if you're just walking through this the first time, like trying to learn the ins and outs of this castle's probably going to give you a hard time at first. You can see yep, there we go, we get screwed already, that's great. I forget which one it is, it's that one right there. We need that. I think it actually comes to our advantage there, because we want the Boo pretty far away from us anyways. There's some blocks here that we could scale to get to the actual top, to veer over a little bit. But this is a lot more straightforward than the upper level of this world, or the upper level of this castle. It's just so much easier to jump down here and do this. And hopefully in this episode, I know this is like an oddball thing to point out halfway through, but hopefully my audio troubles that I was having last week will be resolved fully here. That guy hits us. It's kind of damning, but we get through him. Yeah, I'm hoping that the audio stuff is resolved. I just kind of hosed up. Like I said, I always go through like a slight audio improvement prior to posting, and I really rushed out the last episode because I was surprised that I even beat it. So I think I should be able to fix that here in the post and get this all done by Sunday PM, which would be great because I like to stick to the posting on Sundays, even though, you know, at this hour late in the night, probably not ideal for, you know, when people are viewing content and things like that. It's definitely a lot better than getting off schedule, because getting off schedule is just not something I like to do. I like to be very consistent where I can, and even if I'm a couple hours off, which at this point it's more than 12, but at least posting on the day that I intend to post makes me feel like I got what I needed to get done accomplished. You know, I'll be able to go to bed tonight knowing that World 5 will await me tomorrow, and I'll have all week to get through it if need be, so it's very nice. And you can see we got 3 stars, so we get 5 ups. Very nice. 5 extra lives are always helpful. We have 12 now stored away. Let's go over here. Let's get the fire plant. Very nice. Fire plant's a winner. And let's use that good old fire plant. Let's get this guy too. Let's just get these 2 guys out of the way. We know it's just going to be them spawning like that, so we'll get some power-ups. We'll just blast them away and get through it. You know, otherwise I think the probability of us taking damage there is going to be decent, and I kind of want to avoid that if possible. Now we have world, our level 6 and level 5. Personally, through playing through them a little bit, I think level 6 is a tad easier. That's just my personal take on it, but, you know, some people may find 5 to be easier. Like I said, it's my personal thing. But if we jump through this block, we actually go back down to a normal size, in which I remember, like, how easy this world could be. Like, it is solely the size of them and learning how to platform with items that are much bigger than you are, or enemies, that makes this world difficult. Like, otherwise it's not a challenge at all. Just kill that guy. There's probably something useful in there that we could have got, but is it really worth the time right now? Average Joe says no. Oh, man. There goes our extra life. Not that we really needed it. And if we went back through that door right there, we'd go back into, like, the big world. But, yeah, we didn't need the extra life there. It would have been nice to get. You know, it always is. It's always nice to have more lives than we need, especially going into World 5. And then, once you get to, like, the end of this game, it becomes so incredibly challenging to progress in any regard that it's just ungodly. But let's go this way? No, let's go up to the mushroom house. Let's go to Toad's house. And I believe we get another fire plant in here. I may be wrong, but nope, we get a fire plant. So we have to beat this castle. You can see it jump there for a second. I really struggled with this castle. I'm not sure why, so I'm just going to use the P-Wing and fly throughout the entirety of the castle. It's usually not a good idea to use the P-Wing inside the castle because there's really nowhere to fly to. In this castle, it worked out in my favor. I would not recommend this method for like 90% of the castles in this game. It just happened to work out here. And I was taking a gamble there to see if it would work, and it did, so... Like I said, I wouldn't, like, just go off of the thought, like, oh, this is gonna work, and then try it, because 90% of the time, what I'm doing here would not help you. It would only make things worse. You would waste your P-Wing, is what would happen the majority of the time. But I just wanted to breeze through till we get to this guy. And we lose our raccoon tail. But we get the mystery mark. So now we're able to proceed to the end, because it'll clear our path to the princess. Come on, Average Joe. Up, it looks like I'm going to create a save point here. I've been pretty diligent in saving and returning to levels. It gets very frustrating when you, you'll see a little bit of jumpiness here in a second. It gets very frustrating when you have to beat the same level like 20 times over again just to get to level 2, in which you have to beat that level 20 times over again too. So, I've been trying to utilize save points as frequently as possible while playing through. I would say this ship as a whole, as like the ending segment for this world, is not overly challenging. It's not easy by any means. You know, if you're not good at platforming like me, it's really easy to struggle here. There we go, an extra life, because we got 100 coins. Yeah, it's not super easy, it's not super hard. But as long as you have a few attempts that you can use at it, the platforming gets pretty basic here up until the end section. I'm actually curious to see somebody pull it off. I'll let you know when we get there, but you can see my frustration. Just the ship moves slow, and I understand why it does, but you know, it could be a little aggravating when it's your 4th time playing through it. So that there was an honest mistake by Average Joe. I screwed that up. I should not have lost anything there. But I want to go up here and get the raccoon tail back anyways, so not going to be a huge downer. Let's see, we have to jump down there, it looks like. Just get down here. And I missed that jump. That jump is like super critical, that's why I was trying to get there. It just makes a world of difference, but I don't want to go up and risk it now. And I don't even think you can make it, because what I'm trying to do... I was trying to avoid all those flamethrowers, if possible. But there's also this section coming up right here, which I think, yeah, I might have been able to make that if I had the tail jump and timed it just right. But this section is, like, miserable. So you have to jump here. You can see I get hit with that, but I don't know how to jump high enough to not hit those top 2 without hitting that bottom one. Like, if there's any guide out there on how to do that, please feel free to send it my way, because that took a long time to figure out. But we are about to beat the boss of this world and finally get our letter from the princess and free this king of his misery. If you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. It probably was a little bit more toned down than my usual commentary. I'm a little tired tonight. It was a long weekend, and like I said, a lot of recording had to get done and things like that. It was just... everything felt really pushed with last week's episodes running late into middle of the week, so super excited to start this week on World 5. You'll get a brief look at that here at the end. But like I said, as we're closing out here, you know, if you did like the episode, please feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. All that stuff does help motivation-wise in making episodes in the future. And I appreciate any views in advance and look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Take it easy and have a great week.